Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. If you're brand new, we are a cooking community. We sit and talk, we have fun, we cook all kinds of meals, quick, easy, and yummy. That's my mantra. So welcome. If you are new, make sure you say hello and tell us where you're from. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. And if not, if you're just watching live, say hello and tell us where you're from. For those of you who are new, we spend the first couple of minutes just saying hello to everyone because we're a community, not just a taped cooking show. So there you go. Good morning, Linda Sue. Good to see you. Oh, Julie's on and Debbie's on. There's Margaret. Good to see everybody this morning. Julie from Northwest Houston. Up, and there's Vicky. I have to say that most of you are cold this morning. I am not. Good morning, Margaret from Illinois. Cleanne's on, and there's Terry. Good morning, sweetheart. Good to see you. Up, there's Debbie. We have two Debbies on now. Salisbury, North Carolina. Hello, Debbie. Illinois snow day. Yes, Linda Sue. Rebecca from More Polish Pottery posted that she's having a snow day today. I guess her kids are having a snow day from school. Hello, Susan. Good to see you. Gail, snow-buried Chicagoland. There's Jessica and Gail and Heather. Heather had a lovely blueberry and oatmeal breakfast this morning. It sounded good. I'm doing great, Heather. And I know you're feeling good from your yummy breakfast. Joan, snowy Illinois. So I sent Rebecca a text this morning that I thought it was funny. Hello, Joanne. That I thought it was funny that she was having a snow day, and here in Houston I had my air conditioning on. Vicky, it's cold but not much snow. Oh, there's Joanne. Good to see you. Lots of businesses staying closed today, too. Oh, there's Anne from the UK. Hello, Gwen. Hey, sunshine. And it actually is sunshining here in Houston today. That's why I thought it was so funny. All of you guys in the north are got your heaters on and covered in snow, and the sun is shining here and I have my air conditioner on. Hello, Nina. Kim is here. Karen is watching. Hey, Sherry from Northern Michigan. Kathy's got snow. Leanne and Kathy are on. Vicky, only a whiff. Okay. Kathleen, good AM from snowy Illinois. Ann, doing all right. Lots of snow in Michigan, according to Joanne. You guys are all snowed in. You should come to Houston because I have my air conditioner on. All right, let's get started, shall we? Look, I have my new cup that I got in my box on Saturday. Oh, Kim's going skiing later. Wow. My little heart cup there. All right, so let's do coffee clinks. Let's do cheers. Cheers. Hello, Leanne from New Braunfels. Yummy, yummy. All right, so what's cooking in Cindy's kitchen today? We're going to do everything in one pot today. Now, things will be backwards because you know that when I'm over here at the stove, when I flip it, I have a hard time moving. So there you go. So we're going to do it from here. Cheers. There we go. Hello, Katrina. Hey, Floyd. Hi, Susan. All right, so I'm using a Dutch oven, otherwise known as, depending on where you live, a stew pot, a soup pot. This is, the heavy Dutch oven, and I'm using that because I'm doing it on the top of the stove. Hello, Elaine and Deborah. All right, we need a little oil or butter, and it's your choice of what you want to use. If you want to use butter or you want to use oil. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of butter. Let me turn it on, and then about a tablespoon of oil as well. Okay? Now, what the protein I'm using for this meal, good morning, Alice. Hi, Susan. Hey, Lisa. Northern New Mexico. I have to look at there we go. I had 4 pork chops, boneless pork chops in the freezer. And And so what I've done is I've just diced them up. So can you see? I just diced up the pork chops. Now why? You're like, can't we just cook the pork chops whole? And you certainly could cook the pork chops whole. Here's my deal. When you cut up the meat, especially like when you dice it up like this, it goes further. Everything cooks even. Good morning, Karen. Hi, Timothy. And when we're trying to save money, by chopping it up, by dicing it up, this meal actually goes much further than it would if everybody has their own piece of meat. So because I took the 4 and I cut it up, instead of just serving 4, I could serve between 6 and 8, depending on what else I'm serving with this. All right, so I've got my medium-high heat, tablespoon of butter, tablespoon of oil, and while that's heating up, I'm gonna season the pork. Again, 4 boneless pork chops that I've just diced up. Obviously, we're gonna start with some salt. You use your salt preference. I would say a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. That's me, right? But we're gonna make this kind of have a little Mexican flavor. Good morning, Bess, good to see you. Hi, Fran and Charlene. I'm gonna use some smoked paprika, about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika, and you guys knew that. Some ground cumin, because again, about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of ground cumin. I'm kind of going for a little ole flavor. All right, everything's hot in there, and I'm just gonna give this a toss, all right? I just want my seasonings all over the meat. A lot of times when we're cooking, things don't taste well because we don't season, and that's the problem. All right, so there you go. I'm gonna put this in the pot, and we're gonna work on browning our meat just a bit. We don't have to brown it all the way. We don't have to brown it all the way because we're gonna cook some other things in here, and then we're gonna put the lid on it, and it's all gonna cook together. Hello, Loisan, good to see you. All right, so can you see in the pot? I'm gonna tilt you this way. Whoops, hold on. You're about to fall out of the doodah. There you go. I'm gonna tilt you this way just a bit, and hopefully you can see in the pot, okay? Peas porridge pot, no, peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old. That reminded me because Heather had porridge this morning. She had oatmeal. All right, so we're getting just a little, I'm just gonna be browning the outside. Hello, Denise and Joe. Good. How is new doggy dog doing? There's actually another new dog, but I'll talk about that later. But Snow is doing well. You guys have Snow. I have a Snow. All right. So we're just going to put a brown on the outside of this cubed pork. It's small enough that once I put the lid on it and cook everything, it'll cook the rest of the way through. So all we're really doing is putting a little sear on the outside of the pork. Nanina Ferguson, oh my gosh. Nanina used to go to church with us, and she moved away. Boo-hoo. And so Nanina is just a fun lady. Good to see you. Hey, Connie, how are you? Hey, Mom, Connie's on. Connie, my mom's on. Charlene and Connie knew each other from when we all lived in Enid. All right. So we've got a nice little sear on the outside. You do have to cut up a few veggies. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to make with this, and then you get to decide what you have in your refrigerator, what you have in your pantry, and what your family will eat, all right? I did dice up, oh, I know, it's always hard to see white stuff, right? 1 onion. When she was a teen, Connie knew her when she was a teen. This is a yellow onion. You can use a white onion, a yellow onion, a sweet onion. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle had a little surgery earlier this week, so prayers for Michelle that she's getting better. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the 1 diced up onion in there. Again, just for some flavor, I'm also gonna add, this is 2 stalks of celery that I've diced up. If you don't have celery, don't worry about it. If you wanna add carrots in here, look in your crisper and see what you have, all right? Let me give this a toss. It smells so good. Cindy was a teen. Oh, okay. Yes, well, all right. All right. Now, these will kind of freak you out, but I really want this meal to stretch for you. It should all be one, but it should stretch, and it should have a lot of good flavor in it. So, here's what else I'm going to add to this, and I know that you're going to think this is just a freaky meal, but, so we have our pork. We have 1 onion diced up, and we have 2 celery stalks. Oh, Rebecca from More Polished Pottery is on. She's going live at noon with with the pottery pieces and some mystery items. That's awesome. And everybody say her youngest daughter, Kat, today is her birthday. Everybody wish Kat a happy birthday. Hello, Nell. All right. So here's what I'm adding to this. This is the one that you might think is weird. This is a can of navy beans. They're just little white beans. Can you see they're white beans? And I'm not going to drain them because, again, there's flavor in there. I like the flavor. If you want to drain them, you certainly can. Well, except I may have to use the Pirtle's Spurtle to get them out of there. Hey, Tommy. Yes, today is Kat's, I think, 12th birthday. So, all right, so a can of beans. You have kidney beans. You have whatever kind of bean you have, or if you don't like beans, don't put beans in here. Again, trying to stretch it for your family so that this goes a little further. Now, if you remember, I used some Mexican spices. I used cumin, I used ground cumin, and I used smoked paprika. So we're just going to keep on with that. And I'm going to add a small can of diced green chilies. Because again, I'm going with a little Mexican flair. All right? Diced green chilies. Look at that. We're just dumping stuff in. Rebecca, can I get an invite to join your live? Nanina, just if you will go to your app store and download the app, More Polish Pottery, download it on your phone. It's free. And then every time she goes live, you'll get a notification and check out, just link it to your Facebook account. It goes just like that. It does smell delicious. Hello, Joan. All right, so what do we have in here? We have cubed up pork that was from 4 pork chops that I had. We have 1 onion diced, 2 stalks of celery diced. We have a can of, what kind of beans? Navy beans, but any kind of beans you have is fine. And then a can of diced green chilies. All right, so now, what else are we going to add? Oh, I know what we're going to add. Some of you will roll your eyes at me, but I can't help myself. I got these new things. So More Polish Pottery has, branched out, and she now has these Polish food items that I ordered. This is a horseradish, and this is a garlic, like mayo. It's like a garlic sauce, but it's a garlic mayo. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. Good morning, Jennifer. All right, so I didn't add garlic. Did you notice I didn't add any garlic? Yum. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this. This stuff is to die for. Actually, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons because I like lots of garlic. Really? A garlic sauce, like a garlic mayo in there? If you don't have that, you can just add regular garlic. And then this is this phenomenal horseradish sauce that I also ordered from her, and it is to die for. I know that's a lot of horseradish, right? But it's good. And it'll give it a little kick. Hey, Cherie, good to see you. All right, look at that. Layers upon layers of seasonings. Okay, now you're going, okay, that's just meat and beans. That's kind of boring. And yes, I know, it's kind of boring. We're going to add some rice now, all right? Those of you who are doing no rice, you could use potatoes in here. You could parboil some potatoes and throw in here. You could do, I suppose, quinoa. I'm not really knowledgeable about how quinoa works. But, use what you can use. Good morning, Esther. I'm going to be lazy. Oh, and so bad. Look at this. I'm using instant rice. Instant rice. Can you believe it? Yes. Now, this says if I'm cooking, I'm going to put in 2 cups of instant rice because I'm feeding 4 people. Although, because I put in all that other stuff, it's going to stretch. Yes, did I go to Sam's or something? Yes, big, huge thing of instant rice. Could you use regular rice? Of course you could. This meal will take 20 minutes to cook if you do that, whereas mine's going to be cooked much faster. Hello, Rose and Vicky Ann. All right, now we got to add some water. Normally, I would say to add chicken stock or veggie stock, all right? So I need 2 cups of liquid, of water. I am, because I'm not adding chicken stock, you could add, 2 cups of chicken or veggie stock. I'm going to use this Knorr chicken seasoning and put in a tablespoon of that, and that kind of mimics me using chicken stock. Isn't that cool? All right. Now we're going to give this a stir. Oh my, yes. So now we have pork. And I didn't want to say pork and beans, right? Because I didn't want you to think we were making pork and beans, right? Pork and rice and beans, okay? All right, so now that's all lovely in there. But the last thing I might do before I put the lid on is I have to bring this to a boil. And I did chop up some fresh cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, but you have some fresh Italian flat leaf parsley, you can put that in there. If you don't have fresh herbs, that's fine. I'm growing, and so I just walked to the backyard and grabbed some. It is a little pricey to get at the grocery store nowadays, like the little packets. So I am going to suggest that as we get closer to spring, I'm going to do some plantings, and we're going to talk about having a little herb garden of your own, even if you don't have a whole lot of space, okay? Good morning, Judy. All right, so this is coming to a boil. Just need cornbread. Oh, yes, Heather. Oh, you like the test? I'm trying to figure out how to do lives on YouTube that'll link with the Facebook. I used the Knorr tomato the other day. It's just don't use so much, Terry. It is a little salty. Awesome herb garden. Yes. All right. So here we go. I love these little bowls. I love this ruffly bowl. I'm a big bowl person, right? I have bowls everywhere. All right. It's to a boil. I'm going to give it a stir just to get my cilantro in there. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty. All right. If you wanted more veggies, oh, Pedro, good morning from the Philippines. All right. So I'm going to give this a stir. If you wanted more veggies, I'm going to turn it down to low and put the lid on it. And then we're going to move to the other side of the room. But if you wanted more veggies, if you wanted less of the other and more veggies, garbanzos would be good in there, chickpeas, right? You could just cut up a lot of a yellow squash, a zucchini squash, some peppers you could put in here if you wanted it more veggie laden versus bean and carb and meat. So, wholly up to you. All right, Jessica's going to come over and get the camera, and we're going to move over because we got to wait just a second while this cooks.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I don't know how to do that yet.
Oh, it's an option now.
No, it's been on there. I just don't know how to do it. Sorry, we're having a little conversation, aren't we? All right, you ready? You're going to have to tilt just a little bit. Oh, okay. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over. Now, I'm just going to make a quick dessert just because I need that to cook for about 10 minutes, and so that's what we're going to do. The lighting in here is a little different today. We have, my husband loves toys, and so he's a big toy guy. That's okay, that's okay. He's a big toy guy, and so he loves electronic stuff. So one of the things that he has is this wink system where, through her, you know who I'm talking about, you say, turn on the kitchen lights or turn off the bedroom lights, and poof, everything goes. Well, Wink is kind of, I don't know if they're going out of business or they're having issues, but none of it's working today, right? So there you go. I'm not doing the recipe for this one because we've done it before. Do you remember the recipe that we did called butterscotchies? Oh, it's one of Jessica's favorites and my favorites. But it uses a yellow cake mix, of which I had none in the house. Thank you, Karen. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. Jose, good morning. Etta, good morning. So I didn't have a yellow cake mix. Now, come on. It's easy to make cake, right? You could just do it from scratch, but being lazy. So I'm going to do it. It was between a carrot cake and a red velvet cake. So I'm going with the carrot cake. Hubby is feeling better, still recovering from his surgery, but doing better. All right, I'm gonna use the original recipe that we used for the butterscotchies. So if you're watching and you're like, why is she using carrot cake? Just don't use the carrot cake. Use yellow cake. That's what you're supposed to use. All right, so I'm gonna start off with 2 eggs. I preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And I have a baking dish. You can use a 9 by 13. I'm using this. And I'll have to find my ruler. Here we go. I like this one. I don't know why this is my favorite, but this is a 10 by 13, but it's a little shallower, but it doesn't matter. It's my favorite. So I like the way you talk, Mamie. Well, you know, people, I had somebody say that they couldn't stand to listen to my voice. So, I eat. All right, I'm just gonna whisk the eggs up before I add everything else in, just to get those la la la. I haven't said it yet today, have I? La la la. There we go. All right, my cake mix. Let me get my skizzers. Let me get my skizzers. All right, so this is a carrot cake. Nanina for, yes, thank you. Thank you very much for putting that on there. Oh, spice cake smells good, doesn't it? That's the Texas slang. I know I can't help it, right? Hi, Debbie. Oh, my spurtle's over there. I used the spurtle for the meal, so I'm using my Danish batter whisk over here. All right, now to this, we're gonna need, we did 2 eggs, the cake mix, a whole stick of butter. You're gonna say salted or unsalted. I don't, when you bake, you're supposed to use unsalted. You know, this is salted. Then they can move on. Lori. All right, so 1 stick of melted butter. La, la, la. There we go. I did it again. All right, and then we're gonna add some brown sugar. You know, brown sugar is one of my faves. I need a 1/4 cup, and you know what I don't have is, hold on, sorry, I forgot my 1/4 cup. Okay, I got my 1/4 cup. A 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Remember when you do brown sugar, you pack it in there. Pack. Okay, in we go. Don't these flowers make you happy? I don't know, Polish pottery just makes me smile. Makes me smile. All right, so now we're gonna give this a stir. Obviously, everybody la la la. Everybody la la la. There we go. You know, I tried. So remember I told you that if you make something from Cindy's Kitchen and you wanna post it on here, you just post it at Cindy's Perfect Bite. Because, you know, I always say that. That's my favorite thing, my perfect bite. But I tried looking for Cindy's Kitchen was already taken, and I tried la la la, but it didn't have it. So, all right. So you see how thick this is? Thick. It's okay though, thick. We're gonna add a cup of butterscotch chips. Don't you love butterscotch chips? Oh, yum. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out because it's a spice cake mix with butterscotch chips. But I'm all for experimenting. Yesterday I made cabbage rolls. I've never made cabbage rolls before, and they were lovely, don't get me wrong. They tasted good. It wasn't like, wow, right? So it was good, it just wasn't like, woo-ah. And so I don't like to do stuff on the show that it's just okay. But I did the cabbage rolls, and I used Napa cabbage, right? So that it's that long, and I boiled it first, just so it'd be soft. And I know my measuring is good, isn't it? I'm gonna spray this. I don't usually, but I'm going to, just to. The rib, oh, I know, butterscotch is good. The rib of the sorry, that's really good. The rib of the cabbage was, even after I baked it was a little too crunchy for me. But that's just me. And like I said, it was good. It just wasn't great. And so next time, put peanut butter chips in the spice cake. Oh, we could have done that. I was hungry for the butterscotchies. That's why I wanted to make this. So I got everything out thinking, well, of course I had a yellow cake mix. I did not. I did not. All right, so you see how this is thick. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's kind of thick. I may have to use my hands, which sometimes I have to do. Anyway, it's not like a cake mix that will just pour out. Why? Because, on a cake mix, in addition to the eggs, it calls for oil, and I didn't add any oil. I did add the melted butter, so that's taking the place of that. But I added the brown sugar, so that adds a little bit more. Grandson is running you ragged this morning. Well, Donna, I'm just glad you're here. It's good to see you. It's so nice. I know that if you're new, you really should say hi. We get to know each other. I have not met, just so you know, if you're brand new watching this or you're watching the replay, I have not personally met over half of the people on these cooking shows. And yet, I kind of feel like we're a family. I kind of feel like I know stuff about them. I know where they live. They watch their grandkids during the day. They have a job during the day. So anyway, glumky. You use regular cabbage. Okay, well, so Bess, glumky. I did it, this is how I made it. Because I saw this recipe I wanted to try. I did the cabbage in the water. Then I dried them, laid the cabbage out. I took the meat and I made it like I was making a meatloaf, right? So it was seasoned. Then I put a little bit of the meat in the center. I put a piece of ham on top of that, like lunch meat ham, and then some mozzarella cheese. And then folded and rolled. And they were beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The rolls were gorgeous. They were really pretty. And it tasted good. It just wasn't like, if I do something for Cindy's Kitchen, I want it to be law. And it just was not law. Okay, so there we go. It's like licking the beaters, right? All right, going in the oven. 350 degrees. How long? About 30 minutes. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. We are family. We're singing, we are family. There we go. I have to show you one thing before I pull dinner off the stove. Because dinner's ready. Can you believe it? All right. Now, before you look at this, put tomato soup and sauerkraut on top. Oh, yum. That's an idea. Before you look at this and say, oh my gosh, she's using Polish pottery to plant stuff in. Somebody gave me this dish. And it's not from one of the factories that I buy that Rebecca carries. I trust her. She's been to Poland, so I trust her. So while this is I'm sure it's a fine dish, it's not one of the ones that Rebecca carries because somebody gave it to me. So I'm using it to plant. Okay, so here it is. This is like a baking dish. I bought, what was this one? Oh, this was the seeds, right? Not the basil. Microgreens. This was it was called Zesty Microgreens. And I got 2 packages of seeds. And then I just put some potting soil in here. Look, it's been 3 days. 3 days or 4 days. Either 3 or 4 days. Look, can you tell? Look at my little sprouts. My little babies I'm getting sprouts everywhere. How cool is that? So this is gonna be microgreens. And if you remember, I did buy the stuff, but I don't know why I bought it when this is just as easy, right? And seeds are much cheaper. And so I cut the microgreens and put it in on avocado toast. I put it in all my my sandwiches. You put it in my salads. Oh, that's okay, Brenda. Anyway, so here's my microgreens growing in my Polish pottery. Because yes, I use Polish pottery for everything. All right, let's get dinner, shall we? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm coming. I'm coming. I cannot tell you. Oh my heavens to Betsy, it's heavy. How awesome this smells. I don't use ham or cheese. Did you bake them in a red sauce? I didn't, Bess. I did them just not. I was just trying stuff out. Okay, you ready? Steam everywhere. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, let me get a spoon. Let me get a spoon. All right, how are we gonna taste it? Look at my new plate. Is that the coolest? It's like a bowl plate, right? It's a very shallow. Look how cute that is. Little chickie. Good morning, Janet. Little chickie. Beep, beep, beep. Easter's coming, and so I had to use this. That's one of the things is I refuse to use stuff, like the good stuff, I use all the time. Because I don't want it to, if I buy something, I want to use it all the time. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, this smells so delightful. Oh, the green chilies and the cilantro. Oh, so good. So good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use a spoon instead of a fork. Okay, so I gotta get the perfect bite. Hold on, let me dig. Okay, there we go. Look at that. And do you see how much it made? It's about half full. I did get one of the new ones. I know, right? My Dutch oven is about half full. So literally, you could feed 6 easy with this. 6 easy with this. And we only used 4 pork chops, boneless pork chops. Okay, ready? So good. If you didn't have pork and you wanted to cut up a chicken breast and do the same thing, you certainly could do that. I suppose you could use hamburger meat in this. That would be fine. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The beans in here just make it even more creamy. I can taste the garlic from that garlic mayo. And the horseradish sauce just gives it a nice little zippy. So hot. So good. You need this. Especially you cold people. In the snow, yummy meal. So there you go. We did our 1-pot meal. We have dessert in the oven. It'll take about another 20 minutes. And like I said, we've done it before. I'm making you hungry? Well, that's the whole point. I'm supposed to make you hungry. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I hope that the rest of your week goes well. We finished early today. But it's one of the reasons I want you to look. I mean, think about the number of things we put in here. But pretty much it was just dump, 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 dump. And then you have this gorgeous meal. It's a really pretty, and it smells delightful. Ham would work, yeah. I used 4 pork chops that I just diced up. That's it. I know. The dogs are fine. Yeah, try it with chicken. Oh, Jessica's here with her dog. Yes. You want to see Jessica? This is Mo. Everybody say hi, Mo.
Mo, right here. Look. Hey. Okay, bye.
Jessica's moving in. And so now we have 4 dogs. Jessica and 4 dogs. All the dogs are getting along. Cat, not so much, but Jessica's moving in, so, you know, we just, everybody's got to get along. Got to get along. So, anyway, I hope you guys had a lovely day. Don't forget, if you're a More Polish Pottery person, that Rebecca is going live on the app, I think on Facebook as well, at noon Central Standard Time. So you certainly could go that and take a gander and see if there's anything that you need to have, because, you know, I always need to have stuff. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you so very much for watching. We will be back, of course, Thursday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thanks again for your support, your love, and for being my cooking family. From my kitchen to yours, may today be easy, yummy, and tasty. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.